More images starting to surface now of yet more Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom stuff, and we dive into that of the Fossilizers. Now, the name of this individual Fossilizer is kind of still up in the air. We have a bunch of names of different Fossilizers in both the core and the deluxe price point, which now we've confirmed that there's Fossilizers in both of those price points. They're not just relegated to just the core class like originally assumed. Some say this is Paleorex. Some say this is Ractonite. I don't know. I'll get into the list of that stuff afterwards, but we have some kind of Fossilizer here, turns into a T-Rex, and it looks pretty cool. We saw images of it in a blurry nature where it was attached to Kingdom Warpath, and we got to see how the head of the robot mode turns into like a weapon similar to Optimus Primal's mace, and how the legs could turn into all kinds of crazy stuff. At the end of the day, the Fossilizers are just the deluxe weaponizers that first started in the Transformers Siege line and kind of evolved into the modulators in Earthrise, but it's essentially Siege weaponizers that are dinosaur bones. That's probably the easiest way to put it, because they kind of have individual parts and pieces that also make weapons, so you could say they're also partly a Battle Master, but not the combining elements of, let's say, the Micromaster weapons. It is what it is. What we did learn from these images, though, is that they are faction-based. So in the case of this T-Rex one, it's a Predacon. You could see a nice little purple Predacon logo right in the chest area of the robot mode, and it does seem to add more of an interesting wrinkle to what could be story-wise in the future for this when the Netflix series comes around. It's kind of funny because Megatron's going to be a T-Rex, and we have a T-Rex Predacon skeleton bone dude here, and it makes me wonder how that's going to play into the story. Is this going to be like, you know, some kind of thing where they scanned the fossils like in the Beast Wars cartoon, but the fossils are alive? I don't know. We'll see. We'll definitely see what happens. So with these images here, we got a little bit of an indication how the robot modes look, how the alt modes look in very clear, concise images. And we also see how they could be mix and matched and combined here with, in the case of a deluxe Kingdom Cheetor. And it's kind of funny how they make the legs almost look like the legs that he had in Beast Machines. And the weapons, you know, you have like a Dinobot looking kind of tail weapon, although it doesn't become the chop-a-face spinner thing. It shows the creativity that could be done here, essentially, when you mix and match stuff. My only fear is because these are going to be the new characters for this line, I kind of feel like they're also going to probably be the shelf warmers. They're also going to be the ones that when you show up to the store, that wave of deluxes, let's say, all the Cheetors will be bought, all the Black Arachnias will be bought, and this Fossilizer will be the one that's left over hanging out on the pegs. That's my only fear with this, is that this is going to be the weak link of this whole Kingdom kind of thing going on. But otherwise, it's intriguing. It's interesting. I kind of want to see more before I give my final opinion on what I think about this gimmick and this sub-faction, if you will. We have more or less kind of a basic idea of what the Kingdom line has, and within the core price point, we know we have a core Velociraptor Fossilizer. No name yet. We've heard Stomp Chomp or Chomp and Stomp, but nothing confirmed. There's another core, which we have no name yet, that came from a Walmart listing that's also a Fossilizer. And then in the deluxe price point, we have the three. We have the Paleorex, we have the Wingfingers, which is probably going to be, you know, some pterodactyl, I guess, and we have Ractonite, which some people are saying is a Stegosaurus, some people are saying it's a Triceratops. I'm getting all this conflicting information from different people, but I think that the Paleorex one, I think that that's the one that's going to probably be related to this trademark here, to this character that we're talking about today. There's no confirmation that there's Fossilizers in the Voyager or in the Leader class. I think that would be kind of silly. Let alone the Commander. Commander, maybe we'll get a crazy, oversized Commander Fossilizer, and everyone will be absolutely furious. And it's definitely not the Titan because it's the Ark. So It is what it is. Interesting stuff. Again, we dive into Kingdom. I might as well just go over like what is confirmed. Core class, Rat Trap, Optimus Prime, Megatron, Starscream, and those fossilizers. The deluxe, we got Air Razor, Black Arachnia, Cheetor. We have Slammer, which is one part of Metroplex. People are rumoring that it could be a repaint of Warpath into white, but I mean, that's got to do something at least a little bit different. Maybe that'll be a Generations Selects thing. Shadow Panther, which is probably going to be a Generations Selects thing. Repaint of Cheetor. Warpath, Huffer, Pipes, Waspinator, Scorponok, Trax, Wheeljack, and RC. Wheeljack and RC rumored to be just repacks from their Earthrise counterparts. And of course, the 3 fossilizers that I mentioned before. The Voyager class is Cyclonus, Optimus Primal, Tigatron, G1 Inferno, repaint from probably 200%. The Grapple from Earthrise, Rhinox, Starscream, and Dinobot. People are saying that maybe the Starscream might just be a repack from Earthrise, or it could be a brand new Starscream figure. We don't know. The leader class, Beast Wars, Megatron, Optimus Prime, aka a Earthrise repack, Galvatron, and a Earth mode, air quotes here, Earth mode Ultra Magnus. But again, we still don't know what that means in the end of the day. And then, of course, Titan class, the Ark, confirmed, and we don't know anything for that Commander class just yet. So we still have a lot more to learn. This weekend is going to be the Hasbro Pulse Con, whatever, so hopefully we'll have a lot more images to dive into and get a better idea of what we're getting. But so far, everything's been looking real good. So far, everything's been looking pretty snazzy. So let's hope all of that stuff looks really awesome, and we could dive into a new Beast era for the first time in what feels like forever.